So if you know you set goals and you at the end of the day you don't achieve these goals at the end of the day, just don't skip this video for anything. Make sure you watch from the beginning to the end. Welcome, guys. Today episode is a great topic. We want to really talk today, right? As of today, as you guys can see, I have a guest in our studio today. Yes, and I would love our guest to introduce himself to every one of us. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chegbe, CEO, Telio Services.
Thank you, sir.
I am by name Berba Edison Enoch, a CEO, Prodigious Integrated Services, and I'm happy to be part of today's program. Like he said, it's going to be very rich, and I believe the ending will impact towards many that we are trusting God to impact in their various endeavors. Thank you.
But I want everyone to understand that if you are this kind of person that fails to achieve whatever you plan, you are in the right place, because what you need to know is we have a CEO in the house, not just a businessman. Yes, CEO of different businesses, as you all can see. He's also the CEO of Compassion Aid Foundation. Yes. So, but I think in next of my videos, you will hear what the company stand for. But today, guys, let's go straight to the main topic of today. And the topic of today is goal setting and achievement. So let's dive straight. So, sir, we want you to talk on goal setting. Like, what do you like? Tell us more of goals. How can one set goals and at the end of the day achieve goals? So, we want to understand the meaning of goals and how we can set these goals and achieve these goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much once again. Uh, as the topic implies, the significance of goal setting. When we talk about significance, that is to say that thing is something that we can hardly say we cannot do without.
Mm.
And when you talk of goals, you are talking about targets or objective of a particular organization or a project that somebody is embarking upon. And as goals are being set, they are a kind of roadmap to anything that that person wants to achieve. So if you don't set goals, you will not have what to look at and see the progress of that particular thing you're
Yeah,
engaging in.
true.
So I think that is why goal setting plays a major role when it comes to business, it
Of
comes to
course.
any project at all. Because when you set out your goals, it will be able to guide you through that particular project or that business.
Of
So, for
course.
example, you want to open a new business. There are certain things that you intend to achieve in that business.
Yeah.
What are those things? Those things may be, for example, I want this business to grow beyond where it is today in the next 1, 2 months.
Mm.
And how do you achieve such goals? You must implement things, or rather certain objectives that, okay, this is what will guide me in order to achieve this greatness I am trying to map out concerning this business.
Yeah.
So it will really help you. For example, you are able to let me say, you're able to stock your shop maybe with goods that are maybe that is worth, let's say, ₦1 million, and in the next 2 months you want that shop to you want to stock goods that will worth more than ₦2 million. So there must be goals you set. What are those modalities that are needed to put in place in order to achieve the milestone of ₦2 million stock in that shop?
Yeah.
So definitely you put them in place. Okay, what do I need to do? Go out there, maybe advertise to capable people, you must have a target that you know, with this target, I'll be able to achieve these set goals.
Of course.
So if you have those targeted people, these are the people you will try to reach out, either through social media or other means that you know possible that
Yeah.
will attract those investors, in order to be able to achieve that particular set goal.
Yeah, okay, all right. So, like, there's something that I really feel people are having as misconceptions or wrong ideas concerning goal. So, in your saying, should one set a goal and say, okay, this is what I want to do because his friend or maybe someone is doing that particular thing and is really getting that thing. So, does it mean that what works for one person is going to work for another, and that should make that person set goals? So I really want you to talk on that aspect.
Yeah, a lot of people are more of copycats these days. Why do I say so? When they see something
Mhm.
trending, or when they see something really maybe catching the attention of
Yeah.
people, maybe some people came up with an idea, and that idea is working for them. For
Mm.
example, because you saw people going into plantain business, and you think, because every day every day as you come out, to those places
Of
to
course.
see what those people run in their businesses, you see that they are making money selling it, and
Yeah.
you just say, okay, it's like this is a good business. Let me just go into it,
Mm-hmm.
without knowing that those people must have set their own goals. It is not just about going into something,
Of
but
course.
it is about you first sitting down to see all that is involved, what you need to put in place in
Mm.
order to get the result that is required as a person in that particular business.
Yeah.
So it's not about jumping into other people's business because you saw somebody has the idea when you don't even have the idea of how they get those stuff, where they can get it cheaper and bring it down to where they're selling it
Of
and
course.
make profit. You just jump into it. So I think when it comes to goal setting, it is not about copying other people. It
True.
is something more of, what do I put in this in order to get maximum results.
Mm.
So by the time you're able to get out those points that you really need to put in place in order to get result, then you discover that, oh, I don't need to do it the way this person is doing
Of
it.
course.
I should have my own way of doing it.
Mm.
Because you can only offer a solution to people that are seeking for solution.
True.
When there is a problem and you discover that this is a problem that I need to solve, yes, people will be happy and will be willing to buy that idea if only you can solve their problems.
Yeah. True.
So before you see any other person coming into any business, that person is already solving a problem that he or she has seen, has a long been in that particular community. So for example, like I gave earlier on with plantain,
Yeah.
you can decide to go into plantain business because you see other people are doing it, and at the end of the day, not making any, you will not be making any reasonable profits,
Of
but
course.
rather losses. Why?
Yeah.
Because you only just dive into it without any maybe further study to see what those people were able to employ and who were their targets.
Mm.
And you just
Sensible.
decide, maybe in an area where you're expecting maybe your plantain to just go in a
Go.
day, and you discover that in that area even you cannot even sell up to a bunch in a day. And
Very true.
plantain
Very
is
true.
a perishable kind of goods. So by the
Mm.
time it stays beyond the normal time that it's supposed to stay, it will get spoiled. And at the end of the day, you will run into losses. So I don't
Of
think
course.
copying other people should be a good idea to
Mm.
anybody that is going into business. But rather, before you go into anything, sit down, map out your plans well, set your
Yeah.
goals,
Of
and
course.
when you set your goals, those goals will be able to guide you through and achieve that particular thing you are intending to achieve.
Of course. Thank you very much. So you guys have heard about that. Don't go and copy people because you are seeing them doing a particular thing and they are doing well. I guess have already said that you have to look within yourself to know what you are so good at, find strategic way of putting some plans in order to achieve what you have written. You know, there's one thing that is really trending. Most person believe setting goals or just saying this is what they want to do, and at the end of the day if it does not come to pass they feel maybe something is really wrong somewhere. So, and most of the time you have to recognize that even it was said in the Bible that you have to commit you have to commit what you want to do and your plans. So once you have a plan you should have strategy of achieving that plan. It matters a lot. And then put more actions into accomplishing that what in that thing that you want to do. So right now there are more questions over here. We want to talk about the differences um, between, or what are the ways, the best ways, the strategic ways of achieving one's goal.
Well, thank you once again. I think, like I earlier said, uh, achieving goals should be a kind of mindset you should have
Yeah.
before you start any project or before going into any business.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that in mind as a person, you don't have your set goals written out or written down somewhere that you can be visiting to see the level of your achievement, then there's every tendency that you're going to make mistakes and may eventually not achieve what you conceived earlier on,
Of course.
by virtue of looking at a wider area of maybe that particular thing you're going into. So it is necessary to you as a person to set out your goals, write them down. The problem we have today, to be frank, with many people who go into business, they don't write anything. They just start up a business without writing, without doing anything, without setting their targets. And so when the business starts going down, they will find one thing or the other to attach as their problem or a challenge in that particular aspect. Before you go into anything at all as a person, you should know that there is a cost attached to it. Cost. When I talk about cost, it will cost you energy, it will cost you time, it will cost you research. And so when these things are not being considered in the first place, there's every tendency that as you start that journey of business or that journey of achieving a particular project, there is every tendency that you will not go far, and as challenges start coming in, before you know, the business or the project will just collapse along the line. And at the end of the day, instead of looking back at yourself and knowing where you went wrong, what you failed to apply as a person, you rather start blaming people. I've seen cases whereby people will say this thing is beyond physical. Isn't it? It's beyond physical.
Yeah, of course.
Like our moderator said, he said, even the scriptures will tell you that no man that has not prepared himself will go into a strong man's house and cut away with his belongings.
Yeah.
He must first and foremost what? Bind that man, before he could be able to get access to his property.
Of
So what
course.
am I saying? Both physically and spiritually. I don't know what you believe in, but I'm a Christian. I can tell you this. The world in which we live in, there are forces beyond what your physical eyes can see.
Of course.
So if you're going into something, you should know that you are on a journey of battle, both physical and spiritual, because competitors are out there. Some competitors can go extra miles into some things that may crumble your business.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready spiritually, whatever they believe in will work on you.
Of course.
But if you are very alert or alerted at all time, you can pray alongside, do or implement those actions you into your business, and before you know it, the business will flourish and the business will grow. So I don't think one need to have any excuses for failure at times. Do not blame
True.
anybody for any failure
Yeah.
in the course of your business or in the course of a particular project. Maybe if there is anything of such, that means your plan at the initial stage is maybe a bit faulty.
Yeah. True.
And if you can revisit, I believe you'll be able to amend it and then carry on with the project or the business.
Of course, true. I agreed with that. You guys can see when you have a problem going on, you have to check within yourself, guys. You know, Miles Monroe said, when you have something doing, there are factors that needs to be considered in everything one does in life. One is the physical factors, two is the spiritual factors, and three, the third one is the mental factors. Every business, there's always the information you have to read concerning your business, concerning the goal you have set. You can't be a student and you are not reading, and then you are not doing well in your studies, and you feel is evil power that is after you. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to settle these three factors. When you settle these three factors and so you still have problems, then you will know that one of these factors is left behind. So we thank you very much, sir, for this enlightenment on goal setting, and we are very, very happy. You guys, don't forget, please, if you are new to these channels, don't forget you are in the best place of developing yourself, both mentally, in your business area, in studies, any area of life you are operating. So don't forget to subscribe to these channels, either below or above. Just try subscribe for more videos. Thank you very much, guys.